Students, welcome to the online lecture session initiated by Seth Vidya Mandir English High School and Junior College of Science and Commerce at Vasai East. I, Mrs. Archana Batija, teaching English for Standard 10th. Welcome you for this third unit, Lesson 6, The Concert. Students, will be doing this lesson in two parts. About the author, Shanta Rao. Shanta Rao was a notable dancer from India. She was multi-talented in dancing styles of Bharatanatyam, Kathakali and Kuchipudi. She was awarded with Padma Shri in 1971, Sangeet Natak Academy Award in 1970, Kalidas Samman for Classical Dance in 1993-94. She is a revolutionary educationist and a famous writer. She's authored books like The Children's Mahabharata, The Worship of Shiva and The Concert. So we welcome you to this prominent writer, the Indian writer, for the lesson The Concert. As I summarize the chapter, students, this is a lesson based on the filial love, a sister's love for her younger brother, how she tries and succeeds to fulfill his dying wish. The story is about Smita and her brother Anant. Both are talented in sitar. They learn sitar together. Anant is far more better than her. He also plays table tennis and is a runner in school, an exceptionally gifted boy. I will not reveal the emotional, sentimental aspect of this story until and unless we complete the chapter. So students, let us begin with the textual lesson and explanation and your assignments. As the text goes on, one morning in a small apartment in Bombay, a girl of about 16 looked up from the newspaper and said excitedly, "Pandit Ravi Shankar is playing tomorrow at Shanmukhananda Auditorium." "Shh," said her mother, pointing to the figure sleeping on the bed. "You'll wake him up. You know he needs all the sleep and rest he can get." But the boy on the bed was not asleep. "Pandit Ravi Shankar," he said. Pandit Ravi Shankar, the sitar maestro. He raised himself up on his elbows and for 1 second then fell back again. But his eyes were shining. "We mustn't miss the chance," he said. "I have always wanted to hear him and see him." "Lie down, son, lie down." His mother sprang to his side. He actually raised himself up without help. She murmured with a catch in her throat and her eyes turned to the idols on a corner shelf. The prayer which she uttered endlessly came unbidden to her lips. So students, as the paragraphs go on, you understand that it is a family staying together and they are all waiting for the show that Smita has announced. She said that her brother Anant was ill with, though he was ill with cancer, she excitedly reads about the newspaper article and announces the performance at Shanmukhananda Auditorium by Pandit Ravi Shankar. Anant, lying on bed, was not asleep. His tone and expression showed his love for sitar and his passion to listen to the Panditjis playing sitar. Students, there are some questions in the columns. You may also read them. As I go on with the chapter, "I must hear him and see him," the boy repeated. "It's the chance of a lifetime." Then he again began to cough and gasp for breath and had to be given oxygen from the cylinder that stood under the bed. But his large eyes were fixed on his sister. Smita bit her lip in self-reproach. She had been so excited at seeing the announcement that she had not remembered that her brother was very ill. She had seen how the doctor had shaken their heads gravely and spoken words that neither she nor even her parents could understand. But somewhere deep inside, Smita had known the frightening truth that Anant was going to die. So indeed, it is very sad to hear that Anant's eagerness to go there and watch the show, he calls it as a chance of lifetime. His mother took care of him and she asked him to rest. Now Smita became nervous as she felt that she had done some mistake in telling about the news. Anant was the 15-year-old boy suffering from cancer, where his parents were trying to give him a good cure in Mumbai. As I read with the chapter and explain you, please pay attention, students. Child was dying of cancer. Even though she pretended that all would be well and they would return together, a small family of 4, to their home in Gaganpur. And he was only 15 and the best table tennis player in the school and the fastest runner. He was learning to play sitar. They were both taking sitar lessons, but Anant was better than her in and many other things. He was already able to compose his own tunes to the astonishment of their guru. Then cancer had struck and they had come to Bombay so that he could be treated at the cancer hospital in the city. Whenever they came to Bombay, they stayed with Aunt Sushila. Her apartment was not big, but there was always room for them. Students, you have some personal opinion answers and some common questions to be asked in the column. Please attend them also. Now, as the story proceeds, we come to know that Anant and Smita and their parents had come to Mumbai from Gaganpur for Anant's treatment. Smita is Anant's elder sister. They both learned sitar together, and Anant is gifted with many qualities. In fact, he could compose his own tunes. What had the doctors said about Anant? They had said that he had a very short life. They had come with high hopes in the miracles of modern science. They told themselves that Anant would be cured at the hospital and he would again walk and run and even take part in the forthcoming table tennis tournament. This was the hope the parents had for Anant, as in Bombay the medical facilities were better. They believed in the miracles of medicine. And he would play the sitar, perhaps to be a great sitarist one day. But his condition grew worse with each passing day, and the doctors at the cancer hospital said, "Take him home, give him the things he likes, indulge him." And they knew then that the boy had not many days to live. But they did not voice their fears. They laughed and smiled and talked around, surrounding Anant with whatever made him happy. They fulfilled his every need and gave him whatever he asked for. And now he was asking to go to the concert, the chance of a lifetime, he was saying. So here it is very clear, students, that they all took care of his needs. Whatever he expressed, the wishes that he expressed were fulfilled. Now Anant wanted to see the concert, but unhappily he couldn't get up from his bed as he was bedridden. There are again questions in the column, students, please attempt them. As the chapter goes on, when you are better, his mother said, this is not the last time they are going to play. So students, there was always hope that Anant would be cured. Smita stood at the window, looking at the traffic, her eyes wet with tears. Her mother whispered, "But you, Smita, you must go. Your father will take you." When she was alone with Aunt Sushila, Smita cried out in a choked voice, "No, how can I? We have always done things together, Anant and I. A walk in the park might make you feel better," said Aunt Sushila, and Smita was grateful for her suggestion. So now, Aunt Sushila and Smita felt better walking in the park. There were other people also surrounding them. There was liveliness around, but something inside Smita she was struggling with herself as she could not go to watch the concert without Anant. Now, something she thought, some plan she thought while she was walking in the park. Let us read. She saw people, even people having roasted gram, peanuts. Smita felt alone in their midst. She was lost in her thoughts. Suddenly, a daring thought came to her, and as she hurried home, she said to herself, "Why not? There's no harm in trying it. It would be nice to go to the concert. I don't know when we'll get another opportunity to hear Pandit Ravi Shankar," she said to her mother later, and her father agreed to get the tickets. The next day, as Smita and her father were leaving for the concert, her brother smiled. Anant smiled and said, "Enjoy yourself." Though the words came out in painful gasp, he said, "Lucky you." Anant smiled and said, "Enjoy yourself." He wished her good luck, children, painfully though, although he himself wanted to reach out and go for the concert. Now, what was Smita planning in her mind? Suddenly, why did she decide to go to the concert and ask for the tickets for her father to bring? Let us see. As we move on with the next part, we will see what it is about. So, students, here, if we wait for part 1 and if we resume back to see, Anant and Smita both wanted to reach out to see the beautiful, the melodious concert. What is a concert? A concert is a performance of music that Pandit Ravi Shankar and Ustad Allah Rakha were playing. Now, after we complete the part 1, we shall now resume this chapter for the further story in the next section of part 2. Till then, I advise you, students, to please attempt the questions given in the columns. Write the answers to the difficult words given to you in the textbook, and also attempt complete the following, all the questions given in the text, so that we can, when we enter into part 2, we can go with a complete revision of the part 1. Students, I complete here. Thank you, students. Thanks a lot. Let us resume later.